What's up, guys? This is Nathan, ThatAlbumReviewerGuy here, and I'm going to be reviewing another album. I've been falling behind a little bit, kind of, because, well, to be honest, the only reason is because I have been extremely lazy. So I'm going to try to pick up the slack, and I'm going to review the new album from Of Monsters and Men, and it's called Beneath the Skin. This is the second album from the group, and if you've never heard of Monsters and Men, they are an Icelandic indie folk slash indie pop group, and they have had a couple hits off their first album, My Head is an Animal, such as Dirty Paws, King and Lionheart, and of course, Little Talks. Now, when I first heard their song, Little Talks, I enjoyed the unique sound of the group, and I especially enjoyed the male and female vocal dynamic they had going on. It was a very enjoyable listening experience for me, and to this day I still do enjoy that song. And not every song they did has that vocal dynamic. For example, the first track and lead single off this album, Crystals, only has female vocals. Well, at least lead vocals. There are male backing vocals, but it's a predominantly female vocal track. And there are other songs in the album that are like that in the vocal sense, as well as songs that are more male vocals than female. But the first time I heard Crystals, I liked what I heard, but I wasn't completely sold on the track. But after a few more listens, I really got into it. It's a beautiful song with a great message, and I absolutely love the chorus, definitely. Hunger is another song that I enjoy on the album, primarily because it has the vocal dynamic that I liked about Little Talks. But unlike Little Talks, this song doesn't really have that upbeat sounding vibe. However, both the vocals and instrumentals on this track are superb. Empire is another enjoyable track on the album, with melodic vocals and fantastic instrumentals, and We Sink is the same way. It's a nice way to close the album. When I listen to this album, I mostly feel like I'm in a different place. I'm just surrounded by all the different vibes that this album gives off, and I really enjoy that feeling. When an album manages to take you on a musical journey like that, you know it's a quality album. Now, having said that, not everything is perfect about this album. There are some duller moments, such as the songs Wolves Without Teeth and Organs. Those songs just don't really offer much, in my opinion. They have a little bit of imagery, but musically speaking, those songs just don't really do much for me. But overall, this is definitely a nice album, nice addition to the Of Monsters and Men discography. This album is emotional in some parts. It has its dull moments, as I just said, but it's worth listening to, in my opinion. This type of music may not be for everybody, but if you enjoyed Of Monsters and Men's first album, or if you want to at least try something a bit different than the norm, musically speaking, you might enjoy this album. Personally, I don't think it's album of the year material, even though it's only June and it might be a bit early to tell, but personally, I don't think it's album of the year material. I'll probably give it a couple more listens during the remainder of the year, but this album does have its moments, and overall it's definitely not a bad album. My favorites on the album are Crystals, Hunger, Empire, and We Sink, and my least favorites are Wolves Without Teeth and Organs. Overall, the album gets a 7.5 out of 10. You might enjoy it, you might not enjoy it. Let me know if you do or didn't. What albums do you want to see me review in the future? And any other video you might want to see me do. Of course, my social media stuff is down there. You can like me on Facebook, you can ask me questions on AskFM, you can follow me on Tumblr, you can do all that. Like, comment, and subscribe for new content, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next video of That Album Reviewer Guy, signing off.